and this is my channel, Cajun Blade. Good to be back. I'm gonna try to do at least one of these a week, maybe 2 a week. My last one come out about 6 days ago. So today's video, I'm gonna just talk about making corrections on gold dollars. Look, they Chinese steel. If you have a problem with Chinese steel, yeah, stay away from them. They're not all. I mean, most of them have to have work when you get them. I mean, you can get them AliExpress, Amazon, between $10-$20. All of them have issues with the heel and the toe. I got a batch of razors in the other day. Just about all of them, the bevels were, them was horrible. I mean, it was looked like a steak knife on the end. So corrected all them. Once you get the good steel, they some decent razors. And once they corrected, this is a gold dollar 100, which is the least attractive gold dollar that they have. I actually think that most of these take less work than the 66, but they're ugly as all get out. This is what one from the factory looks like. This is one with a corrected toe and heel with a set of scales that I made on it, acrylic scales. Not a bad looker, really good shaver. This one here I just got finished with. I just put it in an older set of scales. As you can see, it's shorter. As I corrected the heel, when I was correcting the toe, it got a little away from me and I chipped it. So I cut it down. I do enjoy shorter razors. I would have never cut a razor down to make one, but I have purposely bought tip razors on eBay to turn them into shorties. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna take this razor. It's already been worked up on synthetics. I'm just gonna go ahead and make a slurry. I'm not gonna do a full progression or nothing like that. I'm just gonna finish it on this Nakayama Asagi. All right. I'm gonna start out with a quick DMT slurry on it. Hope everybody's having a good beginning of 2024. All you, the honing community's been having some pretty good little content come out the last week or so. So what I got here is just a milky slurry, and I do use circles. I use 2 rows of tape on a gold dollar, 2 layers of tape on a gold dollar. Seems like 2 rows, to get them started, to cut down, to get rid of what they came with. A lot of times like these here, I started with my spine off the stone on a 400 grit Chaucera. Wiped out everything that was there, and then put 2, I think most of this batch did 2 layers of tape, and then down to 1 layer of tape. And then this morning I pulled the tape off this one, and my normal routine, I did go up to 8K on this one instead of stopping at 4. I wanted a shorter video, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you like a Jnat edge and want to go all the way to 12K on synthetics, that works too. And you come down, and I mean, depending on your Jnat, you could either bring it down from a 12K to get it a little more comfort, get rid of some of that serration on the end of your synthetic, or you can just get rid of, equivalent 12K, whatever your stone is, how close it is to your synthetic. So you just get that, you polish that apex and get rid of that steak knife look of a synthetic, and get you some comfort. So I started with medium pressure on my circles, and I'm not light pressure yet. What I call light pressure would be just on the weight of the blade, but I'm probably medium light right here. As you can see, undercut on this little booger is looks good. It's not showing me that there's something, an area I missed on the blade. Just throwing up some bubbles already. This stone's hard, and it starts off almost a gritty feel, and it's until it imprints itself on your steel, and it really it smooths out. I say that, assuming that's what it's doing. It's matching it up, but this stone, of course, everybody grades stone different. I mean, I'm not a Gnat expert, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you what I think this stone. I mean, the stones I've been buying are 4, 5, or 5+ stones, and this one is one of the hardest that I have, and I have no reason to believe it's not 5+. And it's got enough speed. It's really good on a Nagura progression. But I think I will post another video later this week, or I will post another later this week. It'll be a little bit longer. I'll do a full progression on a similar stone, smaller stone. So that's pretty. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna rinse my stone real quick. Am I ready? If you don't mind hanging with me a few minutes, let me give her a round of comb. It's hard for me not to. I personally notice a difference in the shave when comb was in the picture. It's not cheap. It's not hard. It's not easy to come by. And you got to be careful where you get it, not to get fooled. This one here comes from the source. So get a little carried away. Okay, plenty slurry there. So I am going to move to a really light slurry, light touch here. This is weight of the blade. The stone's got a little burnt color there. Can't remember what you call that. You're talking to a Cajun that struggles with the English language, much less Japanese. But I get around enough. If you want to critique my pronunciation, I will keep you busy. There's no doubt in my mind. I like a shorty, stubby razor. I've had a couple that I had and sold, and a couple I still have. I'll probably keep this one a little while. I never cut down to gold dollar. I don't buy them used, don't buy them damaged. I usually get them new. And this is the first one that I ever let get away from me on the sander. And that's what happened. I was shaping the toe. And the hand was getting doing a bunch of different things, and I just kind of let it get away from it. Put too much in and chipped it. I know I probably my pace I hone that's probably quicker, but that's just my rhythm. All right, I try to slow down for the video. Okay, I'm lessing weight of the blade. I'm gonna finish this razor on comma and just water it down as I go. A lot of times I have a Nakayama tomo that polishes really well, and I also have a Ardennes tomo that both of them was cut from stones by me. So I know where they come from, but both of them do a really good job. That's normally my go-to stones on the end of my polishing phase. But shaving off a comb is good too. You can see how that undercut, this one's starting to bubble too. It's just, I'll give this some water. See how it's flying up the hollow, all the way up to the spine, and that's very minimum water on that stone. Very little pressure. It's wanting to start turning it in. I know some people call it stiction or suction or whatever, but what I find it does, it makes the razor want to bite into the stone when you're trying to keep it just barely touching. Almost feels like you're wanting to cut into something rubber, but you know you're not, because if you let it bite into it there, it's gonna mess up your blade, your edge. That's about all we're gonna do right here. I think I may have been able to keep one under 20 minutes. Appreciate y'all joining me today. So this edge, I have no reason not to believe, from what I'm feeling right there, it won't be an edge that would be more than acceptable to shave with. Sometimes I think the hanging hair test, I know people want to see that and a proof that you've done something to your razor, but I'm not going to keep jerking hair out my head. What I do when I'm not on camera is I check it on my arm or my chest or my stomach against hair with the blade about that high off the skin. And if it's cutting hair right there, it'll pass a hanging hair test. And it'll go to the strop. And we'll see right here. So I ain't got a whole lot of hair on my arm. That is held off the skin on my chest. So I think it's more than sufficient for what I need to do. So that's off a palm strop. So we're gonna go hit the linen and leather and see how she does this evening. So I appreciate y'all joining me. I'm glad everybody, those of you who are following, I hope you had a good holidays. I hope y'all have a productive 2024. Hope it's a good year for everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is Eric for the Cajun Blade. I'm out.